All right, we are recording. Oh, there's Amy. Good morning, Amy. What is it, Wyatt?
This.
Like Wyatt's daily show and tell. What is it, Wyatt?
They're bells.
My grandma had those when I was little. I used to love to play with them. That's pretty cool, Wyatt.
I've seen those before.
Yeah. Hey, Billy, how are you?
Good.
Good. All right, y'all. We are reporting. We are ready to get going. Is everybody ready for this party today? It is Wednesday, which means it's getting closer to Friday. I wanted to, first of all, look at our assignments from yesterday. Let me just plug in Elmo here because it's not loving me a minute ago. And then we'll take a look at the Electoral College map again. And then we need to talk about our schedule over the next couple of days because I do have more information about our coming back to school and what that's going to look like. So I want to talk with you briefly about that. Maddie, not you. I'm going to try muting you for a second, Wyatt. And who else could be my feedback? Billy, I'm going to mute you for a second just to see if that sound stops. Okay, babe? Oh, it might be Amy. Amy, I'm muting you too. All right, Jose. Check, check. Good morning, Jose. So let's take a look at how we did yesterday. I was telling you we're going to talk about our schedule coming up. We're going to take a look at the Electoral College map. We're going to, then we've got math to do today. We've got our story to read, and we've got some Columbus notes to get through today. All right, that's all on our plan for today. Is everybody ready? Wyatt, thank you for Wyatt show and tell today. Here comes our assignment check-in from yesterday. Make this bigger. Boom. There we go. Okay, so you can see we've got all 4 assignments from Aaliyah, Amara, Ashton, Amy. Bentley, I was just missing your PE. Billy, I got everything from you yesterday. Brandon and Braxton, Christian. Daniel, I was missing your math and your PE. I did your math with you, so make sure it gets turned in so I can give you the points for it, okay? I got everything from Hade, Haiti, Jonathan. I got nothing from Jose. I got everything from Leo, everything from Maddie, nothing from Michael, everything from Montserrat, Natalie, Polo. I was missing your PE, Andrew, Harry Potter, everything from Valeria and Wyatt. So that's Polo, Michael, Jose, Daniel, Bentley. How many people is that? Were you counting? No, you weren't counting? You guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 22 minus 5 gives us how many people with everything turned in yesterday?
17.
17. I'll take it. Nice work, you guys. You can't see that. Now you can. All right, I owe you marbles for that. We got to get some marbles back in this jar. They're sad and lonely in there. They had so many friends just a little while ago. I'm going to give you 2 for your 17 today. Nice work. Very proud of you guys. 17 people is excellent. A lot of people in office hours yesterday, too. That always makes me happy. Good morning, Leo. So let's take a look at what we've got to do today. So for today on our schedule, we've got our Zoom meeting. You've got a journal to write. Math today is lesson 22, which we're going to start during class today. You have a reading log, Wednesday's reading log day. You've got a pedometer to 5,000 steps, and you've got Harry Potter chapter 12. Okay, these are our missions for today. It's 5 things. We always have 5 things on Wednesday because Wednesday is pedometer day. So pedometer is one of your 5 things today. Any questions about what I've got to get done? Any concerns, any issues? Everybody's okay with all that? Yeah. Billy, I need your face, not your feet. There it is. Okay, I promised you that this morning we would take a look at the Electoral College map. Has anybody been looking at it yesterday or today? Before we say anything, I'm going to remind us that we're keeping our own feelings about the whole thing to ourselves. You're keeping your opinion on who you think should win, is winning, keeping all that to yourself. My question is, has anybody been looking at it?
I looked at it before it logged on.
You did? You went and checked it out? Good for you, Braxton. If we rewound a week, you wouldn't even know to look at it. Aaliyah, you were looking at it too on the news or on the internet? There she is. Aaliyah, were you watching on the news or were you watching on the internet?
Internet.
On the internet. Jose, you said you saw it on the news. Brandon? Brandon, do I have you yet? No, Brandon. Brandon was turning in his work late last night, and he was telling me in his Flipgrid comment, he's like, my mom's watching not Flipgrid. In his PE, he turned in a video for PE. Maddie, girl, you are too glitchy for me. I can't hear you. I love you though. Mute you. He was saying his mom was watching on the TV. Who else? Show me again. Who else saw it? You saw it on TV. You saw it on the internet. You checked it out. Christian was telling me in his journal that his family was explaining it again, the Electoral College thing again, which is good. Maddie says she watched the news. Perfect. Montserrat, where did you see it, babe?
My grandma was doing my sister's hair and I went to her room and I was gonna change the TV, but then the Electoral College came up and I started watching it.
Good. So you guys were interested, right? So sometimes knowing a little bit about what's going on makes it more interesting to us. That makes me happy. Okay, so let's take a look at it, you guys, because I was really happy last night that we had talked as much about this as we had, because those swing states, or battleground states as they're called, have really come into play in this election. So we talked a lot about how some states don't always go one color or the other. People kind of call them purple states because red and blue together makes purple. So if you look, you guys, all these states that are gray are the states that still haven't been decided one way or another. And the reason that they haven't been decided one way or another is because there's not a clear winner in those states yet. So when you look at the total points that each candidate has, nobody has made it to the magic number of 270 yet. Joe Biden has been awarded 227 electoral college votes, and Donald Trump has been given 213 electoral college votes. But there are still a lot of them out there to be awarded. I believe there are over 100 points. If you add up all the points that all these states are worth, there's still 100 up for grabs. So it could kind of still go either way. They're still counting the votes. That's what's going on, is people are still literally counting pieces of paper and counting who voted for who. So today they're expecting the results from most of these states to be calculated today. I have heard that Pennsylvania has said that they may not have their final answer until Friday because there are so many votes to count and it's so close. So we may not know for sure, you guys, until this weekend even, because the election is so close in so many of these states. But what makes me happy is that you guys, as 10-year-old citizens, you were interested in this and you wanted to know what happened, and you were looking at the news and you were maybe talking with your family about it. And that's my goal. Whoever your family thinks should win or whoever you think should win doesn't matter to me. What matters to me is that you guys are aware of what's going on and you're paying attention. That is super cool for me. So I appreciate you guys being interested. We can check it again after class and see if any of these states have been decided one way or another. I will say on some maps, so that's another thing, if you were watching the news last night, you may have noticed that if you change the channel, different channels have different numbers for different people. And that's because until that state is officially counted, it's kind of more of an educated guess about which way that state's gonna go. So I logged on to a couple different websites this morning to make sure that I had one that I felt was the most accurate. And I think that this one is good for us to look at. There are a couple that have decided that Arizona has been called one way or another, but this one seemed to be the most middle of the road. So we'll check and see if anything has changed at the end of class today. Sound good? Good plan? Okay. The other thing that I wanted to talk with you guys about this morning is our schedule coming up. Okay, Bentley, I need your attention, please, okay? So what I want to show you guys is that we're running out of time. That's what I want to show you. So I'm going to show you our planners here. Okay, so you don't need to have your planner out. I'm just showing you mine because it's a calendar that I can project easily to you. Let's share my screen so you can see. Okay, so this is this week. Everybody can see my calendar. Everybody sees my planner, yeah? Okay, this is this week. Today is obviously the 4th. We haven't filled out our calendar yet for Wednesday the 4th. So we've got Wednesday today, and then we've got Thursday and Friday. Then next week on Wednesday, which is the 11th, it's Veterans Day. And we do not have school on Veterans Day, which is kind of exciting. It's kind of weird to have a Wednesday off in the middle of the week, but it's kind of fun to have 2 little 2-day weeks. We'll make it work. So Wednesday of next week, we do not have school. Feel free to sleep in. Don't log on to Zoom. I won't be here. Okay? So we've got Monday and Tuesday of next week, and then we've got Thursday and Friday. And then the next week is the week that Mrs. Wright said on her phone call is our orientation week. So we've been trying to figure out what orientation week means because I need to know how many days we've got between now and Thanksgiving break. And what Mrs. Wallace was saying yesterday is that during this orientation week, we're going to do Zoom on Wednesday, with the plan being that any students who are joining our class as distance learning 5th graders will also be there that Wednesday so that we can kind of meet them. That's kind of the idea of that Wednesday. And then the next week is Thanksgiving break. Now, what Ms. Wallace is saying is that this orientation week right here is a week for us to check in with our whole class on Wednesday. And then the other days are for the teachers to be at school getting stuff ready, which sounds great. I'm super excited to have time at school to get stuff done. But I had planned for us to be doing stuff this week. We've got a math test that we've got to take before Thanksgiving break. We've got a Columbus test we got to take before we got a mom's best friend test we got to take. The reason that I want to get those things done is because I don't want you to go on Thanksgiving break for a week and then come back and take a math test. That's not a good plan because while you're eating all that turkey, some of the math is going to fall out of your brains, and I don't want that. So because this week right before Thanksgiving break is now possibly not really us on Zoom doing things, I now have to try to cram the stuff that was going to happen that week into the next couple of days. So the reason that I'm telling you this is because I want you to understand that for the next couple of weeks or the next couple of days, we may be a little busier than normal. We may be kind of going a little bit harder for these next couple of days. And the reason for that is we got to try to get this stuff done before Thanksgiving break. Okay. So, like this Friday, instead of doing a picture of our math notes, we're going to do a math assignment together in class on Friday. Like we got to try to get through all this stuff because I do not want you to be gone for a week over Thanksgiving and then have to come back and take a test. We need to come back from Thanksgiving break with a fresh, clean slate, ready to do new stuff. Okay. The only thing I can't figure out is Harry Potter, because I had our chapters of Harry Potter worked out just perfectly to end before Thanksgiving break. And now I got to try to shove some Harry Potter in wherever we can, because I want to finish our book before Thanksgiving break. Okay. So I just wanted you to know where I'm at. Okay. That's me trying to get a bunch of stuff done with you guys quick as we can so that when we go on Thanksgiving break, we can relax, enjoy our vacation. And then when we come back, we'll be able to start fresh things for those weeks in between Thanksgiving and Christmas. Okay, everybody with me? You all got it? You know what I'm talking about? You're on board? You see what I'm saying? Yeah, we're good? Yeah, head nods, thumbs up. Thanks, Amara. Yeah, okay. Well, on that note, let's get some math notes done. Okay, so let's start with some math for today. I need you to get that math notebook out. We're gonna take some notes on division. I know you're shocked and amazed. So You guys have been doing so well with division this week. I am so proud of you. Those of you who were in office hours with me yesterday, you rocked the socks off of it. You did fantastic. There are a couple of us who are really not doing quite so hot with division, so please make sure you check your score from your math yesterday. And if it wasn't so great, please make sure you're in office hours today, please. Okay. All right, we're going to turn to the next blank page in our math notebook. Some of us got brand new math notebooks with our packets of stuff. Please make sure you're taking good care of it and getting your notes in there nice and organized. Beautiful. Today, with your pedometers, remember that you need to get those 5,000 steps, and I want to just suggest that maybe it would be a good idea to start trying to get some of those steps while you're actually kind of jogging around. Because let me tell you what we're going to be doing when we get back to school. Oh, here comes that mile. Hopefully you've been doing those steps and doing your workouts. Fingers crossed for you. Mwahaha. All right, here we go. We've got more, even, bigger. I'm not sharing my screen, am I? See, I remembered before you could tell me.
I was gonna tell you.
That's for you, Braxton. Even bigger division. Today's date is 11/4/2020. All right, more, even, bigger division. All right, let me get my little chat box out for here for you guys. I know you are my chatters in math. There you guys are. All right. So for today, you guys, it's not going to look bigger than yesterday's, but you're going to notice a difference when we do this first problem. Okay? So here we go. Let's write it down. Everybody ready? Yes, we're alive. We're good. We're ready. Yeah, thumbs up, head nods. Bentley, you alive? I need your attention on me, not whoever's over there. Are you ready? Okay, here we go. Our first example problem for today. You do not have to do the check on your math today. Cha-ching. Our first example problem is going to be 427 divided by 23. 427 divided by 23. Okay, so it looks pretty much like yesterday's did, right? Doesn't look too different. And yesterday, Maddie told me that it was different because there was a 3-digit number instead of a 2-digit number like we had the day before. So today doesn't look that much different. There's still a 3-digit number in the front. But let's start this one and see if we can figure out how today's is a little harder than yesterday's. So I've got 23 on the outside, 427 on the inside. Everybody ready? Nothing weird has happened yet, right? We're okay? If you don't have a times table out, you're probably going to want one so you can do those mini problems. I'm going to get my times table out for you guys while you get yours out. Never thought I'd have to use a online times table in my life, but here we are. All right. So I'm going to get out my sticky note because that seems to help us with organizing our brains a little bit. So remember that we're making groups of 23. All right, we're making groups of 23. So the first number I see is 4. Can I make any groups of 23 out of 4? I see thumbs down. I see head shakes. Remember, you can unmute and yell it at me if you want to. I'm listening to you. Love to hear your voices because I miss your voices.
No.
All right, so no, we can't make any groups out of 4.
No.
That 4 is dead to me. All right, so I'm going to shift over one number, and now I've got 42.
Yes.
Can I make any groups out of 42?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Really, what I'm just looking for is a number that's bigger. If it's bigger than my group, then I can use it, right? So I can use 42. So that's where I'm gonna focus my attention here for a second, okay? So we're doing 42. I'm gonna do a mini problem. We're trying to get as close to 42 as I can. Now, some of us who are good at estimating are thinking, well, 23 is close to 20, and 42 is close to 40, and 2 20s makes 40. So maybe we'll try 2. Now, if that's still really hard for you, can you start with 5? Absolutely, start with 5. But for today, we're gonna try 2. I'm gonna try 23 times 2. 2 times 3 is 6. 2 times 2 is 4. Can I use this? You can tell me, you can thumbs up me, you can head shake me, you can
No.
nod me. Can I use this?
No.
No, I cannot use this. Okay. All right. So I'm going to put a 0. Oh, sorry. I'm not going to use 2. If I can't use 2 because it's too big, that means I got to try 1. Some of us really like to still multiply by 1. So I'm going to do it for you. Promise it's always going to be the same number. Promise. So I can make one group, and that is 23. Okay, I'm going to let you subtract that. 42 minus 23. 42 minus 23, what do we get? 42 minus 23. We got to borrow 12, 8, 9. Oh. I got 19. Did you get 19 or did you forget how to subtract today?
I got 19.
You got it? You're with me? Yeah? Okay. I just can't watch anymore. I just can't watch anymore. Okay. So I've got 19. What do I need to do now?
Bring down the 7.
Thank you, Braxton. Bring down the 7. I got 197. Okay, so my new group is 197. Try to make groups of 23, and I'm thinking, how many can I make? No clue. What do I do when I have no clue? I try 5. 23 times 5. Okay, I want you to send me in the chat. Daniel 19 was right, correct. Send me in the chat for me, what is 23 times 5? If you already did it, send it to me. Let me see it. 23 times 5. Lots of people agree. Very nice, very nice. Okay, let's see if you agreed. I've got 5 times 3 is 15. 5 times 2 is 10 plus 1 makes 11. I saw a lot of 115s. Congratulations, you are correct. Now, question. Should I use this? Is it too big? Is it too small? What should we do here? What should I do? What should I do? What should I do? Montserrat?
Should try to make it bigger.
Try to make it bigger. Okay. Do you want me to do 6? Do you want me to jump to 7? What do you think?
Jump to 7.
Okay. Montserrat says try 7. Here I go. Trying 7. 23 times 7. All right. 7 times 3 is 21. 14, 15, 16. All right. Stick gods are coming out. Make sure your brain is with me here. Here we go. Mr. Billy. Billy, can I use 161? What do you think?
Yes.
Yeah, I could use it. It's not too big, right? Do you think
Yeah.
it's too small? You think I could do another group?
Yeah.
Okay, let's try 8. Let's try 8. All right, 23 times 8. 8 times 3 is 24. 8 times 2 is 16, 17, 18. All right, let's see. Polo, can I use 184, Polo?
Yeah.
Okay, Polo says I can use 184. It's not too big. I can use it. Do you think I could do 9?
No.
No. No? Okay. Let me stop for a second because some of us still are making this mistake. What if I had gotten 7 and I'd been like, okay, cool, I'm going to use 7. And I put my 7 up there and my 161 down here and I subtract. If I did that and I went, okay, cool, my answer is 17, remainder 36. There's a catch here that I should be noticing. Does anybody remember what it is?
Yes, I do.
Maddie, tell us.
Your remainder can't be bigger than your thing that you're trying to make so many
Right.
groups
I
of.
can't have 36 leftovers if a group is 23. If I have 36 left, I should have made another group. So you want to make sure you're paying attention to that remainder, okay, you guys? All right, let me erase that. because we don't want to use 7. We want to use 8, like Billy said. So I'm going to use 8, and I'm going to put down my 184, and we're going to subtract, and we've got 13. So my answer is 18, remainder 13. The only thing that's different between today's and yesterday's is that yesterday, on almost all of them, you ended up with just one number in your answer. Today, you're going to end up with 2. So that means there's going to be one more layer of subtraction down here. That's the only thing that's harder. Okay, you guys have been rocking this all week. I am very proud of you. Let's try another one. Okay, number 2. Let's take a look at number 2. Are you ready? I'm going to let you make it. Ashton, can you give me a 3-digit number, Ashton?
Um, 187.
187. Thank you, Ashton. Ashton says 187, and I'm going to say divided by 14. 187 divided by 14. All right, are you ready? Yeah, okay. We're going to do that thing where I'm working the problem here, but if you want to keep going ahead and you don't want my help, then don't look up. Okay, if you think you get the answer, shout it to me. Are you ready? Woodburn, you look like you're not even listening to me. You're like, let me just do the math problem this time. I don't want to talk to you anymore. Fine, didn't want to talk to you anyway. All right, go.
She's so funny.
I try, Ashton, I try. That's a break on a Wednesday morning. All right, so I set up my math problem. First number goes inside. I'm going to get started. If you send me your answer, I don't know it yet because I just made this math problem up, so you'll have to wait. All right, I can't do anything with 1. 18 is really close to 14, so I can only do one group there. One group. 14 discs. Leftovers. If you think you've got it, send it to me. Don't say it out loud because your friends are still working.
That was an easy one.
I'm glad. I tried 14 times 5, but it was too big. Let me try 14 times 4. Now it's too big. Got some answers. Nobody fully agrees with each other yet, though. Maddie, check your subtraction. Hi, Braxton.
Check my what?
Check your subtraction. Your remainder is a little off. It's either your subtraction or it's your mini problem, right?
It's my mini problem.
There you go. Good catch, girl. Hey, remember, if you need help, look up. There's help there. Holo, rockin' division. You're just missing your 1 in the front, but I think it exists. You just forgot to type it. Good job, Haiti.
What do you need?
Mara.
Oh, what's wrong, Rose? I have
Hyatt, good job. Great job. Okay, so I tried 5 first. When I subtracted and I had 47 here, I tried 5. Now I will tell you guys that my college brain tells me it's not 5, but my 5th grade brain says try 5 first. So I tried 5 first for you guys. I got 70, which was too big because I only have 47. So then I backed off to 4 and I got 56, which was still too big. So then I tried 3 and I got 42. Cha-ching. 3 is the number I want to use. So I'm going to put my 3 up there. So I can make 13 groups. And I would have, if I made 13 groups, I would have 5 left over. So my answer is going to be 13, remainder 5. Are we good? I got a lot of that answer from you guys. Excellent work. What time is it? We're doing great. We're going to do one more in our math notebook. Then we're going to take a look at your homework. Okay? Everybody ready? Okay, go. We're going on to one more. I'm going to turn the page so I have enough space. I like to squish my division. All right, let's see. Let's see. Hade's sticky poo today. Aaliyah, can you give me a number with 3 digits in it?
184.
Ashton just gave me. He gave me 187. Aaliyah, give me a different number. Give me a different number, Aaliyah. Give me a number in like the 500s.
552.
There we go. 552 divided by 21. 552 divided by 21. 14 would have been good too, Braxton. All right, here we go. Are you ready? Jonathan, I can't find it for you. It's the second pedometer you've had. You have to keep looking, my friend. All right, here we go. Download an app on your phone if you need to. I'm going to put my first number inside, which is 552 divided by 21. All right, when you think you've got it, send me that answer. I'm going to make you work a little bit before I give you any hints. Very quiet when you're mathing. Come on, Daniel, you got to get going.
What are you doing, Kat? Why? Why? Big mess.
There you go. Got a couple answers. I don't know if you're right yet because I just made this up with the help of Aaliyah. Hey, if you need help, I'm helping right here.
Oh, it's that high? I thought it was 130.
Like listening to Maddie talk to herself.
What do you need? What do you need, Rosie? I'm sorry, I can't help you. I already got you food and new water.
Rosie, I can't help you. I'm doing math.
Just go. I opened a window for you too.
Right, I tried 5 first, but that was way too big. So I jumped down to 3, which was still too big. So I jumped down to 2. And then I subtracted. And then I stopped. See if you could keep going from there. I've got 3 answers and they're all the same, which is a good sign.
Got to bring down the 2.
I do have to bring down the 2. Thanks, Braxton. I've been rolling this morning. Montserrat, I think you just lost one of your numbers at the top. Bentley, honey, the answer is the part on top of the math problem, not the numbers right here. But those are right. Yes, those are right. But now we got to find the answer. Okay, keep going. Looking good, you guys. Okay, so I got 132. You guys, I keep telling you not to erase your mini problems, and this is why. Once I got 132 here, I didn't have to go back and do 5 again because I already had it written there. You guys in your 4th grade brain, you would try 5, go, oh, that's too big, and then erase it, and then try 3 and go, oh, that's too big, and then erase it. And then when you get to this next division problem here, you have to recreate all those mini problems again. I don't want you to have to do that work twice. That's why I always tell you to leave your mini problems there. The homework that you've been turning in to me, I see your mini problems staying there on your paper, which is awesome. So I already know 5 will work, but I think I can probably get another group in there. So I'm going to try a 6. So I'm going to try 21 times 6. And let's see if I can get even closer. I got 126. I can still use that because it's still smaller. So 6 is still looking good. I'm going to put my 6 up there. 126, and I'm going to subtract. See if you can subtract that without messing up. Wyatt, yes, you did. Everybody who has sent me their answer has had it right. Valeria was missing a number, but I think it's there. She just didn't type it. All right, if I'm able to subtract that using my very smart 3rd grade brain, I'm going to have to borrow. 12 take away 6 is 6, and my answer is going to be 26 remainder 6. Good. Thumbs up. 2 thumbs up. Yeah, it was a good one. You were excited about it. I can tell you guys are working hard. I'm very proud of you. Let's take a quick look at your homework today, okay? And then we're going to move on because, like I said, we got to start cramming some stuff in here over the next, I think there's 7 days. So here we go. All right. So tonight's homework is lesson 22 homework. It is the next page in your binder. Okay, didn't skip anything. Yesterday was 21, day before was 20, today is 22. All right, your directions say divide. The first one is done for you. You'll notice that you don't need to do the little check problem today on your math. Okay, Merry Christmas. The first one's done for you in case you have a complete brain meltdown and can't find your math notebook. Then you've got 1, 2 on the front, 3, 4 on the back, and then there's a word problem down at the bottom. So let's take a look at the word problem. The word problem says, when dividing blah by blah, a student finds a quotient of blah with a remainder of 11. Okay, let's set up this math problem so we can have a picture in our head of what this kid did. Okay, so this kid is dividing 2,458 divided by 51. Okay, Belly, you should make sure you find this piece of paper so you can write this down, honey. Okay, we're doing lesson 22. Okay, so the kid is dividing this by this and finds a quotient, which is the answer, of 48 with a remainder of 11. So I'm going to put that answer up there where it should go. If I were doing this math problem, I would look at that 2 and I would say, nope, can't do anything with the 2. And then I'd scoot over and I'd see 24 and I'd say, nope, can't make any groups of 51 out of 24. And then I'd scoot over and I'd have to do some math. Well, lucky for us, it tells me what the answer is. It says the answer is 48, remainder 11. Do I need to do all this math down below here? I'm not sure. Let's see what the problem's asking us to do. Let me zoom in for you. See if Elmo decides to agree with me today. Oh, not too bad. Oh, there he goes. There he goes. Oh, there. Okay. So what it tells us to do is check the student's work and use the check to find the error in their solution. So how were we checking division problem answers yesterday? What was our strategy for checking? Remember, we took some notes on that. It said we had 2 steps. What were our 2 steps? Montserrat, I see your hand. What's your question?
First, you would multiply 51 times anything that made, like you would find out what makes 48.
Okay.
And then you would get the remainder.
Okay, so I've got to multiply my answer times my outside number, right? And then I'm going to add my remainder like we did yesterday, right? Okay, so I'm going to do 48 times 51. And I'm going to see what I get. Okay, are you ready to do that? Everybody's prepared? I see lots of pencils moving, brains thinking. Okay, don't forget your placeholder. Let's see if we can multiply this. We worked really hard on multiplication. I know you can do it. See if you can find the correct answer to that problem so we can check it. See if you can do it. You ready yet? Anybody get it? Anybody get it? I got it from Amara. Send it to me if you got it. Why is that your first partial product, or did you forget to add a placeholder? Oh, he says, oh. All right, see if I can beat you. Come. Get more answers. We certainly are better at multiplication than we used to be. Thank goodness. Most of you are sending me an answer of 2448, which is great news because that's what I got too. What was the second step I had to do to check a division problem? I have to multiply my answer times my outside number, and then what did I need to do? I think that's Maddie telling me to add a remainder. There she is. Add a remainder. All right, so my remainder is 11. Maddie, and hope for the best. All right, we're gonna add our remainder. I got 9, 5, 2. Oh, Maddie. Okay, I got 2, 4, 5, 9. Now, does that match the answer that I had here? Does it match?
Almost.
Almost, right? But something that this kid did is wrong. Something that this kid did is wrong. So what would have to change for me to have this number here? I'm supposed to get 2, 4, 5, 8, and instead I have 2, 4, 5, 9. What would need to change? Amara, I see your hand. What would need to change there? Amara, I couldn't hear you. Can you tell me again?
The 8 and 48 should be a 7.
The 8 and the 48 should be a 7. So this should be a 7 right here, right? Or what could change here, Amara?
A 0.
Yeah, if my remainder was 10, then I would end up with the right thing there, right? So I think that's probably what happened when this kid did this math, is that they subtracted wrong and their remainder should actually be 10. All right, so this is a word problem, so you know Ms. Henderson wants you to write a word answer, so here we go. I'm gonna say the student is wrong because the remainder should be 10. Student is wrong, the remainder is too big. So my answer is wrong. I know you write slower than me, so I'm going to wait a second before I keep going. Okay, you ready? Are you ready? Oh, I see some people still writing. Don't want to rush you. Are you ready now? Are we there yet? Are we there yet? Okay, once you're done with that one, that leaves you 4 division problems to do for today's homework. I know you guys can handle that because you're my rock stars. Okay, everybody good? All right, you're gonna put this piece of paper back in your binder where it doesn't get lost. I'm gonna put my math notebook back in my binder so it doesn't get lost. And we are gonna move on to some Mom's Best Friend. We're gonna read a chunk of Mom's Best Friend. We'll take a quick break and do a little circuit training, and then we're gonna do some Columbus, and that's a wrap for today. Okay, everybody ready? Yes, all right, I need you to find your story for me. Get it out. Where's my book? Did you steal my book? It was you guys, wasn't it? No, really. All right, so Sarah's gonna find your book and you're gonna find your story. There it is. I knew I'd find it. All right, forgot to put my bookmark in yesterday, so you're gonna have to remind me where we left off. You were looking for Mom's Best Friend. You guys were having a good discussion with me yesterday about this story, which is why I like it. Okay. All right, we had just read this. I do have another little video to show you today. Share my screen with you guys. There you go. All right, we had just read this page 372. And we had left off talking about how Leslie, that's the little girl's name, about how she was feeling about getting this new dog guide. And it took us a little while to get to the answer, but does anybody remember, what is Leslie, the little girl, feeling about Mom going to get a new dog guide? She's kind of feeling 2 things. For one, she's excited that Mom's gonna get a new dog guide because walking with her cane is not something that Mom really likes. So one thing that Leslie's feeling is excited for Mom. But what was the other feeling that she's feeling? Mara, I see your hand. What do you remember?
She feels like she's not gonna love the dog as much.
Why do you think she's feeling that way, Mara? Why do you think she's feeling like she's not gonna love the dog as much?
Because she liked the other dog better, so it might make her sad to have another dog and not her
Okay. Because she loved the other dog so much, she doesn't really think that she could like this one as much, right? Montserrat, I saw your hand. Was there anything that you could add to Amara's answer?
Well, like Amara said, she's scared that she's not gonna love the new dog as much as Merritt, because Merritt was really special to her.
Mm-hmm.
Not just the mom, but like really special to her.
Uh-huh. Does anybody remember why? What was the example the author gave us? Why was Merritt so important to Leslie? Do you remember? The author gave us one specific reason. What was it? Do you remember? No. Just gonna get some more people alive and awake here. Hold on. Christian, I see your hand. What do you remember? Why is the little girl so attached to Merritt?
Because she's had Merritt for her whole life.
Does everybody remember that part? Right? So yesterday the author wrote that they've had Merritt for her whole life. And then we talked about how some of us have pets or animals that have been around since before we were born, right? Your parents really like those animals, right? My cats, you guys see my cat sometimes, especially during office hours, had those things longer than Mr. Seaver. That was a long time, right? Jose, I need you to sit up, buddy, just like if we were in school. There you go, Jose. All right, so we had just left off on page 372, and we were going to turn the page over here. Now, this page is going to talk to us a lot about the training that the animals go through at the Seeing Eye. So I have a little video for you where it talks from the puppy's perspective about what it's like to be at the Seeing Eye school. I thought you guys would like this one. So there you go.
Hi, I'm Casey.
See if I can make it bigger for you. Hang on. So this is supposed to be the dog talking. I thought it was pretty cute.
I'm Casey. I'm a puppy, a Labrador Retriever. I'm 6 weeks old. I love spending time with my brothers, sisters, and friends. Some are blonde like me, some are gold and fluffy, and some are brown and black and have pointy ears. We have so much fun playing together. We live at this wonderful place called the Seeing Eye. If I work and train hard, someday I can graduate and become a Seeing Eye dog. Do you know what that means? It means that I will be able to guide someone who has lost their sight. I can hardly wait. But before I can call myself a Seeing Eye dog, I have to learn a lot. While we are puppies, our caregivers wear funny clothes and hats. We learn to climb stairs, walk through dark tunnels, and listen to loud music and rainstorms. This exposes me to all sorts of new experiences. So when I become a Seeing Eye dog, I won't be scared. In a few weeks, I will be going to live with my puppy raising family. It's sort of like when you first started school. These nice people will teach me how to sit and other basic commands. They will take me to all sorts of new places, like movie theaters and airports. I'm so excited. I can't stop wagging my tail. When I return to the Seeing Eye, I will be much bigger and my training will get even harder. I will learn to wear a harness. This will allow me to guide my owner. I'll practice guiding them in busy streets, up curbs, and around low-hanging tree branches. And I will be tested too. I need to pass each and every test in order to graduate and become a Seeing Eye dog. It's hard and lots of work, but I will make it. They will also teach me to sometimes reject my owner's command. It's called intelligent disobedience. For instance, if my owner wants to go forward, but I see a train track in front of us, I will turn my owner away from the track so they won't get hurt. I guess that's why they call us Seeing Eye dogs. But remember, if you see me or another Seeing Eye dog, don't try to pet us or feed us. We are working, and we can't be distracted. Otherwise, our owners might get hurt. I'm so excited about my future. I really want to help people. I sure was lucky to be born at the Seeing Eye. Okay, I have to get back to work now. See you later.
All right. Hopefully you are enjoying my silly videos that I've been sharing with you. Yeah, who's talking to me?
I always lived in fear of that moment when my children realized I was different.
Hold on. There we go. I'm sorry. Who was that? Jonathan, was that you?
That was Maddie.
Oh, Maddie. What's up, girl?
Do the dogs actually enjoy being like that?
It sure seems like they do. I think dogs like having a job. So, the puppy in the movie did a great job of explaining kind of how this works, you guys. So, a Seeing Eye dog, Maddie asked a while ago, if a Seeing Eye dog has a puppy, does the puppy like automatically know how to be a Seeing Eye dog? And the answer to that is no. However, you guys know that puppies, all babies, they will have things that are in common or the similar to their parents. Like if you look at you guys, there are probably certain parts of you that look a lot like either your mom or your dad. right? Either you're tall like your dad, or you're short like your mom, or your face looks like so-and-so, right? You guys know what I'm talking about? And some of us don't necessarily look like our parents, but maybe we act a lot like our parents. Like maybe your mom is kind of quiet and shy, and so are you. Or maybe your mom is kind of loud and outgoing and kind of silly and crazy, and so are you. The same thing is true with puppies. So when the Seeing Eye, the facility that trains these dogs, they will, on purpose, have certain dogs have puppies because those dogs have things about them that the Seeing Eye likes. And when those puppies are born, they begin their life at the Seeing Eye. You saw the little puppies wandering around in that little room, right? Why were they playing those loud noises for the puppies? Why were they playing loud noises for them? Remember the puppy said, we listen to loud music and thunderstorms. Why were they doing that? I've got my same hands all day, and while I appreciate them, Christian, your hand was up. What do you think, Christian? Why are they playing those loud noises for the puppies?
So the dogs can get used to them.
Yeah, why would I need to be used to loud noises, Christian?
They can't be scared when they're trying to work.
You got it. Whose dog is afraid of loud noises? Like on the 4th of July with the fireworks? Whose animals are scared of those loud noises, right? We don't have a lot of thunderstorms in California. But... Oh, Maddie, we can't hear you, girl. We love you, though. So, Christian, you're exactly right. They're trying to get the puppies used to those loud sounds. Because if I'm walking along with my blind person and I get scared and I take off in the corner, that's not going to be very helpful for my blind person. I'm going to be dragging them along through the bushes, right? Not the best. So they start their life there at the Seeing Eye, and they train them in some basic things. But very soon, something kind of cool happens, you guys. They get to go and live with a family, with a puppy raising family. And what that family does is they take the dog for just a little while, and their job is to teach the dog basic dog things. Sit, lie down, stay, things that hopefully your dogs know, right? And their other job is to take them everywhere. Why it's like, no, my dog does not know those things. Their other job is to take the dog everywhere. That means like to the movie theater, to the mall, in an elevator, up an escalator, to a restaurant. Why would that puppy raising family need to do that? Why would that family need to take those dogs everywhere like that? Billy, what do you think, Billy? You're muted, babe. What do you think, Billy? Why would the family want to take them all those places?
So they can have more fun and stuff.
Perfect. So they can have fun. Why else would they want to take the animals to all those places? Braxton?
Hold on, wait for this.
Braxton.
Because when they go to like their owner and stuff, they're gonna be doing that all the time.
Perfect, right? We already talked yesterday about how if you took your dog to the food court at the mall, it would not sit quietly under your chair while you ate your lunch. Some of you are laughing because you're imagining taking your dog to the food court at the mall, right? So if the puppy family, like if Maddie's family decided to become a dog guide raising family, they would take these puppies from the Seeing Eye and they would have certain things they're supposed to teach the puppy. And the other job is take the puppy everywhere you go so they can get used to it, right? Now, after a little while, do you remember what happens to the puppy after that? So I start my life at the Seeing Eye with my puppy family. And then I go to a puppy raising a human family like Maddie's house. And then what happens to me? What did the puppy say happens next? Are you listening to the puppy?
Go to a person that can't see.
Braxton, hold on. What'd you say, Braxton?
Technically go to somebody that can't see.
Well, there's one step before that. What happens between my puppy raising family and actually going to my final job? Anybody remember?
I forgot what it's called.
Wyatt, I see your hand. What'd you want to say? What'd you say, Wyatt?
It becomes a senior.
Becomes a senior, and what do they do? Does it stay? Does it stay at Maddie's house? The puppy?
No, go back to seeing eye.
It goes back to the seeing eye. Guys, I call this puppy college. Okay, so I'm going to remind you, started at the seeing eye with its puppy family, little puppies like you saw in the video. Then it's going to go to a puppy raising family like Maddie's house. They're going to teach him to sit, stay, lie down, come, roll over. They're going to take him on airplanes. They're going to take him on buses. They're going to take him in the car. They're going to take him everywhere. Then, as Wyatt said, goes back to the seeing eye for what I like to call puppy college. Okay, now what do you think it's going to learn while it's in puppy college? What is the dog going to learn when it goes back to the seeing eye? I'm going to remind you that all of this is going to be on your test, you guys, so you want your brain turned on. Okay, what happens when it goes back to the seeing eye? The puppy didn't really tell us, but what do you think? Maddie, let's see if I can hear you. Go, Maddie.
The person that's blind has to come and will come and meet the dog practically, and then they'll take the dog home.
You got it. So just before that, though, there's some other stuff that has to happen. Anybody know?
Was it when they had to do the training?
Yeah. What's it going to get trained to do, Maddie?
It got trained to smell and go upstairs and stop in front of railroads.
Okay, so it's going to get trained to actually be a seeing eye dog, right? So I'm going to go back through that one more time. And the reason I'm going back through it one more time is it's going to be on your test. So is everybody listening? Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm a seeing eye puppy. I'm born at the seeing eye dog school. I live there with my puppy sisters and brothers. And then I get sent to a puppy raising family. We're pretending that's Maddie. Maddie's family teaches it how to sit and stay and roll over. Sean pulls its ears and teaches it how to be a nice dog. Right, Maddie? They take it to Walmart and they take it to Sandy Beach and they take it all kinds of places. They put it in the car. They take it on an airplane to Mexico. They take the dog everywhere. Right, Maddie?
Yeah.
Once it's learned its basic dog things, it's going to go back to the seeing eye, which is probably pretty sad for Maddie's family, right? Because now they have to give the dog back. But that's kind of what they signed up for, right? Dog goes back to the seeing eye, and once it gets back there, it's going to start learning how to actually be a dog guide. Okay, I'm going to learn how do I walk with my human? How do I stop at the railroad tracks? How do I blah, 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 blah. Once it's learned all that, as Wyatt said, it's going to get paired up with its actual blind person owner. Does all that make sense? Are you going to be able to repeat that on a test for me when you get asked? Yes, you're alive. All right. All right, we are on page 374. Up at the top, it says the seeing eye. My first reading victim is going to be Miss Amy. So Amy, I hope you're ready. Here we go. I'm going to start. There we go. The Seeing Eye in Morristown, New Jersey was the first dog guide school in the United States. Now there are 9 others. It trains German Shepherds and Labrador and Golden Retrievers for 3 months. Then for about a month, it teaches blind people to use the dogs. When Mom arrived at the Seeing Eye, she was met by her instructor, Pete Jackson. All right, Amy, you're up. I missed Mom. Amy, come on, girl. I even gave you warning. Let's go. Wyatt, save me. Go, Wyatt.
I missed Mom as much as I missed Merritt, but at least Mom called every night. She also wrote letters and sent pictures.
All right, keep going.
Mom's first day was a cinch. She'd gone to Seeing Eye 12 years before to get Merritt and still remembered her way around. Usually when she's in a new place, she has to move from room to room to room with her cane. memorizing the layout.
Excellent. Okay, stop right there for me, Wyatt. Okay, hold on. All right. So what do you think this word layout means? Can you guys see it? Wyatt just read it to you. Eyes up, looking. Memorizing the layout. It says usually when she's in a new place, she has to move from room to room with her cane, memorizing the layout. What do you think that means? Montserrat, I see your hand. What do you think, Montserrat? What's it mean to memorize the layout?
That means she has to memorize like where to turn. She has to memorize the street she's supposed to go on. She has to memorize which room to go in. So she has to memorize everything that is like her way around to get over there to the seeing eye.
You got it. So we've talked about this, you guys. We've talked about the fact that if I'm blind and I have my cane, right, I can feel what's in front of me, but it doesn't tell me where the bathroom is, right? If we took a blind person and we dropped them in the middle of Ileton School, could they feel around and know where things are? Absolutely. But are they going to be able to find the cafeteria? No. That's just something that you have to memorize. Jonathan, I really need your attention on what you're doing, please. I don't know what you're doing because I can't see it, but I can tell that you're not participating in our conversation. So I need your eyes this way, okay? So she usually has to memorize the layout. Now, Wyatt just read this to us. Why doesn't she have to memorize the layout when she goes to the seeing eye? Why
she
just
was
read it
there
to
12
us.
years before.
Maddie, what did you say, Maddie?
She was there 12 years before to get merit.
Yeah, she was there 12 years before to get merit. Now, you guys, in 12 years, has your family moved the furniture around?
Yes. In 12 years, my family has moved different houses.
There you go. Aaliyah, I see you shaking your head. Aaliyah, you're telling me in 12 years, like in your life, the couch in your house has moved from one place to another?
Yeah.
Yeah, right? You guys do this in your room sometimes. You're like, I'm going to move my bed over there, my dresser over there. I'm going to move some stuff around. You guys know what I'm talking about? Natalie's laughing at me, right? So you move things around. Okay, question. Get your brain ready. Why do you think they have not moved things around? Hi, Maddie. Shush. Why have they not moved things around in 12 years at the Seeing Eye? Leo, I see your hand. What do you think?
Oh, so she doesn't forget where the stuff is placed.
Right.
So she doesn't get hurt.
Is that just for the mom, Leo, or is that for other people too?
Other people too.
Yeah, you guys, the Seeing Eye is a place that is made for blind people. So it makes sense that they're not going to be like, hey, I got an idea. Let's move the couch over here so they can't find it. No, they're not going to do that to them. They're going to keep the things in the same place, just as Leo said, so that the blind people who come there know where things are. Maddie said she's been there before. Aaliyah said, in our house, we move stuff around. That's totally fine. You're not blind. You can see that your couch is in a different spot, right? Okay, so she's doing good here at the Seeing Eye 12 years later. Here we go. Eyes back on your story. We're reading this paragraph that starts right here. In the morning. Everybody ready? We got 5 more minutes. We can do it. Here we go. In the morning, Mom walked with Pete Jackson so that he could check her pace. He wanted to choose the dog that would suit her best. Then she was free to play the piano, exercise, and worry. Would she get along with the new dog? Would they work well together? Okay, I'm going to put you in a random breakout room. It's not going to be your usual group. It's going to be random. I'm going to put you in there for exactly 2 minutes. In those 2 minutes, your group has to discuss, what does this sentence mean? In the morning, Mom walked with Pete Jackson so that he could check her pace. What does that mean? When we come back, I'm pulling 2 sticks. You don't know who they're going to be. So you want to make sure that you know the answer to that sentence so that if I pick your stick, you know the answer. Is everybody ready? In our breakout rooms, our video's on, and we are unmuted, and we are talking to our group. We're not just sitting there staring at the screen. Your mission is, what does this sentence mean? In the morning, Mom walked with Pete Jackson so that he could check her pace.
Miss Tyler.
What does that mean? Check her pace. Who's talking to me? Is that you, Maddie?
Yeah, that was me.
Okay, what's up?
So they're gonna shove us in a breakout room.
Shoving you in a breakout room. Here you go. It's gonna be just a random breakout room. Are you ready?
Yes.
How many of you are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 20. Miss Amanda makes 18. Right, here you go. Bada bing, bada boom. All right, here you go. Right, let's see how you did. Tyner got to answer parent text messages while you were gone. All right, got a couple people still floating back. Let's see who I get. A couple people still transporting back. All right, we got room 2. We're waiting on them. They must still be talking. All right, so the sentence that we were discussing in our breakout rooms was, in the morning, Mom walked with Jackson. Figure out who we've got here. Hold on. Who are you? You're my usual suspect. In the morning, Mom walked with Pete Jackson so that he could check her pace. Okay, so the question was, what does that mean? What is he checking? Right? Let's see who I get to torture. Ooh, Montserrat. Montserrat, what'd your group talk about? So when we go to breakout rooms and come back, you're all in different spots. So now I don't know where to look. There you are, Montserrat. Hold on. Okay, Montserrat, what'd you guys talk about? What does it mean that he's gonna check her pace?
We talked about how what he meant by that is he wants to make sure that he gets a dog that walks almost the same speed as her, so it's not too fast or too slow.
Okay, so Montserrat, you're telling me that a pace is a speed at which you walk. Okay, perfect. Montserrat, who else was in your group?
Christian and Natalie.
Ooh, excellent work. Amara, the stick gods have chosen you next. Amara, can you add anything? What else did your group talk about? Was there anything different?
So we said that he checked it so he could see how fast she walked, because if she got a faster dog and she was slower, it wouldn't work that fast.
Amara, what did your group say about that? Why wouldn't it work if she got a a dog that goes the wrong speed?
Because then the dog would be going ahead of her, and he would be following.
Perfect. And not just going ahead of her, but she's holding on to the harness, right? So if I'm holding onto the harness and the dog is going way faster than me, it's going to be dragging me along. And on the flip side, if I'm faster, then I'm going to be dragging the dog along, right? So when we were watching that video of the lady walking around with the dog, did she seem like she was walking like faster than you usually walk or slower? Anybody have an opinion there?
I think she was walking the same speed.
Walking the same speed that you walk, Maddie? What else do you guys think?
It was too glitchy for me.
Wyatt, was that you? What did you say, Wyatt?
So it's too glitchy for me, so it looked like they were both going the same speed.
It looked like they were going the same speed. Daniel says it was kind of a normal speed. But you guys understand that people walk at different paces, right? Some people walk faster than others, right? So what he's trying to do is he's trying to gauge how fast does mom walk so he can match her up with an appropriate dog. Okay? All right, we're going to finish these 2 little pages right here. Then we're going to do a little bit of circuit training. Then we've got some social studies to do. Here we go. It says, the next day she got Ursula. Everybody ready? Right here, bottom of page 374. Is everybody ready? Eyeballs on your story. Amy, I really need to see your head and not your wall. Here we go. The next day she got Ursula. What a strange name. The staff at the Seeing Eye's breeding station had named Ursula when she was born. Ursula's brothers and sisters were also given names starting with U. Dog guides need a name right away so that the Seeing Eye can keep track of the 400 or so pups born each year. At 2 months of age, the pups go to a Seeing Eye puppy raising family. We talked about this, right? It's reminding you again. It's going to be on your test. To learn how to live with people. At 15 months, they are mature enough to return to the Seeing Eye for the 3-month training program. Dad said that Ursula means bear, but in the pictures Mom sent, Ursula looked too pipsqueaky to be called bear. You guys, authors sometimes do this to us where they give us a weird word. You may have never heard the word pipsqueak before, but sometimes if you keep reading, the author tells you what it means. So I'm going to keep reading and see if that happens. Mom explained that the Seeing Eye is now breeding some smaller dogs. Okay, so the author just handed it to us. What does pipsqueaky mean?
Small.
What's that mean? I see lots of hands. Yeah, just tell me. Go ahead.
Small.
Small. So,
It means a lap dog.
yeah, maybe not a lap dog, Maddie, but smaller, right? I'm gonna tell you guys that Merritt was a German Shepherd. Has everybody seen a German Shepherd? And if you haven't, there's a picture of one right there, so you'll remember.
We had an Australian Shepherd as our last dog.
I grew up with German Shepherds at my house. They're pretty cool. So both of the dogs are German Shepherds. However, there's something about Merritt, which is different from Ursula, right? And the little girl just told us what that is. She just said that the new dog, Ursula, is what?
Scrawny.
Scrawny, smaller, right? She's like, oh my gosh, what's wrong with this dog? It's too small. Remember, she's not sure she's going to like this new dog, right? So
You show us the picture.
she's trying to find some reasons. It's in your book right there.
Oh.
She's pretty cute. All right. So it's going to tell us why. It says, Mom explained that the Seeing Eye is now breeding some smaller dogs. They're easier to handle and fit better on buses and in cars. That makes sense, right? That they would fit better in small spaces. If I'm blind, I'm not driving a car. So a lot of the time I'm going to have to take a bus places. And like Daniel, you keep telling me that you have a big dog at home. Can you imagine trying to fit your big dog on a bus? That would be challenging, right? It would be like squished in between the seats.
Hey, can you get wait, what's the name? What's the breed of that dog?
German Shepherd, Maddie?
No. Can you get Great Danes breeded into service dogs?
You could, but that would be a really big Seeing Eye dog. Mr. Seaver's family had Great Danes all the time.
Seriously? My dad won't let us get a Great Dane.
Gosh, Dad, you're so mean. All right, here I go. My friends thought the dog guides were little machines that zoomed blind people around. Until Mom went away, even I didn't understand all the things these dogs were taught. But on Mom's first lesson in Morristown, Ursula seemed to forget her training. She veered on a street crossing and brushed Mom into a bush. Mom had to make her correct herself by backing up and walking around the bush. Then Mom praised her. What does that mean right there? Then Mom praised her.
Pushed her.
Go back and do it again, and then Mom praised her. What does that mean?
Trained her.
Praise doesn't mean train, but that would kind of fit, Maddie. What does it mean to praise her?
Be annoyed with her.
I couldn't hear you, Maddie.
She'll be annoyed with
To
her.
compliment her.
But she had her do it again, and she did it right, Maddie. So what's she gonna do when she does it right?
Give her a treat and pet her.
There you go. Give her a treat and pet her. Absolutely. All right, you can put away Mom's best friend. We'll continue on with that mission tomorrow. Great work. I promised you a short circuit training break before we do some social studies, so let's do that. All right, I'm gonna unspotlight me. All right, here we go. Valeria, what are we gonna do first?
Push-ups.
Push-ups, she says. I think I might have to take off my sweatshirt, Valeria. All right, we got 2 sets of 10 push-ups, you guys. We are headed back to real life school here in a couple of weeks. You're a person who's been kind of maybe not all the way doing those workouts. We're gonna know pretty soon. So you may want to step up your game these next couple of weeks and make sure you actually get those workouts done. Just a warning. All right, we're gonna do 2 sets of 10 push-ups. Is everybody ready? Ooh, you're gonna go. I need it on so I can see your beautiful push-ups. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You're not done. That's okay. Finish all 10. Shake them out. Shake out those arms. All right, we're going to do one more set of 10. We'll try one more time to see if I can actually find Polo. Polo, if you're there, this is your final check-in. Haven't seen you or heard you. You haven't responded to any of my chats, Polo. Oh, you are there. Hey. Good work, buddy. All right, we got 10 more push-ups. Here we go. Are we ready? 10 more. Here we go. You ready? Aaliyah, are you alive? Amy, Jonathan, let's go. Jose, 10 more. Now those are looking good, my girl. All right, here we go. Oh, Valeria, those are getting good. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, next torture. Remind me, we don't have a whole lot of time today. Jose, you're up next. Jose, what are we doing now?
I don't know.
Well, think, Jose.
Jumping jacks.
Not Maddie, Jose.
I want to do jumping.
Sure.
What'd you say, Jose?
Just jump. That's easiest. Jumping jacks.
Jumping jacks. All right, we're gonna.
I don't really want to do
go.
too much.
I'm gonna not hit my chandelier. Okay, Jose, we need to see you doing them. You picked them. Here we go. 30 jumping jacks. You ready? 1, 2.
Okay. Oh,
Three, 4,
wait.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13,
Uh-oh.
14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23,
What are you doing?
24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. All right, I'm calling toe raises because we haven't done those in a while. Everybody ready? All right, toe raises. I like how you're finishing those jumping jacks, Polo. All right, here we go. We're gonna do 10 feet together, 10 toes in, 10 toes out. Everybody ready? Let me see your toes. Come on, Daniel, you gotta move. Here we go. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. those in. Daniel, we're gonna wait for you, buddy. Let's go. Still waiting. Got stuff to do.
Daniel, get up and do them.
Oh, or Miss Tyner's gonna make your PE grade go to a 0.
Just stand up, bro.
You
Stand up.
just have to move your legs.
Just
It's
stand
gonna
up.
be-
Push your chair back and stand up.
Come on, Daniel.
This isn't that hard, buddy. You got to stand up.
Come on, Daniel.
Do you
He
need me
probably
to
doesn't want to.
Do it.
He
Just
probably wants to because he's in class.
bro?
Daniel.
What?
Do it. Just do it.
Push your chair back.
Stand up,
Okay. Well, I'm gonna move
Do
on.
it. Just
I'll
do
just
it. Oh my gosh,
call
you're not
Miss
doing
Cassidy later. All right. All right. Here we go.
I don't know why my mom
All right, then. Here we go. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. I love looking at your toes. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, toes out. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Keep those feet straight. 4, 5. Don't do this. 6, 7.
Maddie, what are you doing?
I did my toe raises while I was putting my cat.
Waiting for Daniel. All right, one more victim. Leo. Where'd you go when we went to breakout rooms? Leo, there you are. Leo, what are we doing next? Leo, are you thinking? Leo, can somebody give Leo a suggestion? He's stuck.
Sit ups.
Lunges.
Lunges. We haven't done those in a while. How about lunges, Leo?
Sit-ups, please.
What?
Leo, just take something.
Leo,
Just
what'd you say, buddy?
Baby chucker.
burpees. Whatever you want. Just
Baby chucker.
Squats.
I'm going to pretend like Leo said lunges because that was on my plan to do today. So here we go. We're doing lunges. Are you ready? We're going to do 2 sets of 10, okay? Okay, we're not going to touch our legs. Hands are on our hips. Don't touch those legs. Ready? There we go. 2 sets of 10. Remember that when I do my lunges, I want my knee to go down to the ground. Okay, that was 1 for me. I'm doing 10, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good job. 6. At least you don't have to jump like Mr. Seaver. 7, 8, 9. Good job, guys. 10. I'm gonna check that. All right, I'm gonna do 10 more. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Good job, Christian. 4. Valeria looking good. 5, 6. Good job, Natalie. 7, 8, 9, 10. Very good, you guys. All right. Move my computer back. All right. Not even on time. Whew, looking good. All right, you guys. We're going to do some social studies notes on Columbus real quick. Last time we did this, we drew a beautiful picture. So beautiful. Check out how yours turned out. So I need you to find your social studies notes. Should be in your binder where we left them last time.
Miss Tyner,
Maddie,
I have a question.
I might have an answer.
So what happens when we go back to school and we get to watch a movie? How are we gonna have to sit in our chairs?
Ugh.
I imagine, Maddie, because we're still going to have to stay 6 feet apart.
Oh.
But we're going to work it out. Okay? Don't you worry. All right. I've got some of you showing me how beautiful that map turned out when we did these notes last time. I know mine was extra beautiful. Don't know why. Hold on, guys. Elmo's freaking out on me. Try this again. Cross your fingers. Are they crossed? Better be crossed. There we go. All right. I'll share my screen. Okay. Everybody ready? Do you see? See, the one I have on my poster.
Hit the road again.
The one I have on my poster is pretty, see? Looks way better than the one I drew in my notes.
Miss Tyner,
Yeah, Maddie.
I have a question.
I might have an answer. What is it?
I forgot.
Fair. Okay, for me, you guys, I have to turn the page for the next part of my notes. But before I do that, let's make sure we remember what we were talking about before. Okay, open my chat box.
Let's go to social studies. Ooh,
You'll have to catch up on it, Daniel. So we drew this map last time, and it was helping us remember why Columbus wanted to do this. And the reason Columbus was trying to find a new route to get to Asia was because, for one, people wanted to trade with Asia. And for two, the ways that they had to get there were currently pretty crummy. Do you remember what the two ways were? We have them written right there on the paper. What were the two existing trade routes? If I wanted to trade, if I was in Europe and I wanted to trade with Asia, what were my two options? If you don't remember, it's written right there on our paper.
Can I say, Miss Tyner?
No way, Jose. I'm going mean. I'm going, Bentley is not here. I'm going Maddie. Ha! Maddie. What were the two ways that they could go already?
They could walk across the desert, and there's bandits, and it's really like deserty and no water.
Right? Everybody remember what Maddie's talking about, right? Do you see a picture of that in your beautiful notes, your beautiful picture? So Maddie's saying they could walk across the desert, right? From Europe to Asia, like we talked about, that's going to be a long walk. We talked about camels. We talked about bandits, right? And Maddie, what was my other option?
Or they could go across they could sail across.
They could sail
there. But there's also pirates and storms.
Yeah. So both of the ways that they had were dangerous, right? And we wrote that. We wrote that right here. It says both routes were dangerous, long, and then the last part we said was expensive. Does anybody remember why it would have been expensive? Why is it expensive to do this? Montserrat, I see your hand. What do you think, Montserrat? Why was it expensive?
It was expensive because they had to pay the person to sail all the way over there and back, and they had to pay for the money for what they wanted the person to get from Asia or.
And Montserrat, I'm sure you remember that because you were my silly example. Montserrat was the one who wanted the beautiful silk dress. You guys remember that silly story, right? Yeah. And then she had to pay Brandon. Not only did she have to pay for the silk, but she had to pay Brandon to go and get it, right?
Why didn't Brandon just pay for the silk? Oh, Brandon did pay for the silk because
it's not his silk. He got paid for her silk, right? So both of the trade routes they had were pretty crummy. So Columbus had an idea. Remember we talked, I had Wesley's little red ball here, and I was saying that they knew that the world was round, and we kind of giggled at that a little bit, but we have to remember that they didn't have satellites like we do. They didn't understand that yet. So Columbus knew the world was round, and so he decided, well, if I were to just sail this way, I could just go around the world and pop up on the other side. It's a really smart idea. However, he doesn't know that he's going to crash into this giant chunk of land over here. Maddie, I think that's you. So Mary, I love that I can see you writing and adding things to your notes. So here's what I'm going to do for the Daniels and whoever else. Today, I will post a picture of these pages of notes so that if you're behind, you can catch up. So you got to get them written down. I think most of us are all caught up, but I'll put it up there just in case you were absent or you didn't get it written down, whatever it is. Good plan? Daniel, does that help you out? Great. You can do it while you do your toe raises with Miss Cassidy. All right, so we're going on to page 2. I'm turning the page, going over here. Okay. Now, Columbus has a problem. He's got a good idea. He knows what he wants to do, but he's going to need some money. Why do you think he needs money? What do you think? Use that extraordinarily smart brain.
To survive?
Do you need money. To survive what?
Because he has to purchase. He has to get like food,
Maddie,
and he also has to pay
Get
for the
food
boat.
or something.
Maddie, we can't hear you. Hang on. Valeria, what were you saying?
To get like materials he needs,
Okay, what kind of materials are you thinking?
like a boat.
Okay, so I'm going to write Columbus needs money for his voyage. I'm going to use the word voyage, which is a fancy word for trip on a boat. Okay, so Columbus needs money for his voyage. Now, Valeria said he's going to need money for a boat. Would we agree that he's going to need money to buy a boat? He probably doesn't just have a boat sitting around in his garage. He's probably going to need some money. So I'm going to put in parentheses Valeria's example of boat. Maddie, you were saying that he's going to need food. So I'm going to put that down here. Can anybody figure out why would Maddie say that he's going to need money for food? Why is he going to need money for food? You guys?
Because he might take like days and days.
Okay, it's going to take a while, right? So he's going to need food to eat. Okay. What else do you think he's going to need money for? A boat, food. Montserrat, what do you think?
Maybe when he thinks he'll get to like Asia, then he might want to buy things over there that he can use to travel back.
So he's going to need stuff for trading when he gets there. Okay. Is he going to go alone? No. So why is he going to need money if he's not going alone? How's that going to cost him money?
Because he's also gonna have to pay for the workers to like they're not gonna just go for free. He's gonna have to pay them.
Okay, Maddie's saying he's gonna have to pay people to come with him, right? It's not like people are just gonna say, yeah, sure, I'll sail around the world with you on your crazy mission. Cool. No, they're gonna want to get paid. This is a job. So I'm gonna say to pay his sailors. Okay. And then I'm going to put etc. because there are going to be other things he's going to have to spend money on here. But these are the big ones, right? He needs some money. Now, unfortunately for him, he doesn't have the money that he needs. So he goes to ask his king and queen for money. Now, Columbus is from a country called Portugal. So the first people he goes to ask are the king and queen of his country. And in parentheses, I'm going to put Portugal. For money. They say no. Now, the reason they say no is because they think he's absolutely insane. They're like, that's never going to work. You can't go around the other side. That's stupid. I'm not giving you money. You're all just going to die. Okay. So Portugal is a country in Europe. It's right next to a country called Spain. So he goes to the king and queen of Spain. It's like when you ask your mom for something and she says no, and then you go ask your dad. You know what I'm talking about, right? You guys totally know what I'm talking about. Mom, can I go outside and play? No. Hey, Dad, can I go outside and play? Right? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Or grandma or aunt or uncle or whoever it is who gives you permission to go outside. You know what I'm talking about. So he asks his king and queen, and they say no. Oh, no, Jose, they're not going to steal the money. No, they're gonna. So Jose, you're asking me, why are they gonna give him money? The reason, Jose, is if Columbus finds a new way to get from Europe to Asia and Portugal gave him the money to do it, Portugal's gonna get all the credit. Portugal found a new way, blah, 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 blah. So he makes Portugal sound pretty cool. But to them, yeah, no, they think that he's crazy. So instead, he goes to the king and queen of Spain. So I'm going to say he tries the king and queen of
We can't see.
Spain. You can, thank you. He tries the king and queen of Spain. I'm going to write the names in parentheses. It's King Ferdinand and Queen Isabella. Oh, I can't wait to teach this to your sister. And Queen Isabella. So he goes to Portugal. Portugal's like, nah, you crazy. Then he goes to Spain and he says, hey, I have this great idea. I'm going to sail the wrong way and I'm going to pop up in Asia. Do you want to give me the money to do that?
No.
What do you think they said?
No.
I see yeses and I see nos and I see thumbs down.
They're gonna say heck no.
Yeah. Maddie says heck no. Okay, so here's what happened. Sorry, guys. They waited 6 years. That's a long time to wait, you guys. That's like since we started kindergarten. But said, yeah. Okay, so he finds a way to get the money. He has to wait a while for his answer, but they finally agree to give him the money. Okay, now if he's successful and he finds this new trade route, it's going to be that Spain was the country that found this new route. All the credit's going to go to Spain. And they decided that that was worth it. I see all your pencils still moving, so I'm going to wait. I'm going to read back through it. It says Columbus needs money for his voyage, boat, food, trading, to pay his sailors. He asks the king and queen of his country, Portugal, for money. They say no. He tries the king and queen of Spain, King Ferdinand and Queen Isabella. They wait 6 years, finally say yes. There you go, Ashton. See, your country turned him down.
Yes, Bean.
All right, we're going to take one more little chunk of notes, and then we've got planners and route, okay? Fasten your seatbelts. Here we go. So Columbus has the money he needs. He actually buys 3 ships, which is smart because if one of them decides to sink, at least he still has a way to get back home again. And he has a bunch of sailors that are coming with him. So I'm going to look up that. What's up?
Is he gonna bring? How is he gonna possibly bring all 3 ships with him?
Say it again, Maddie.
How is he possibly able to bring 3 ships with him?
Because he hires a lot of sailors, Maddie. He hires a lot of sailors. So I'm going to say Columbus and his men leave Spain on August 3rd.
On the back of our notes.
Yeah, you can absolutely write on the back. The only reason I don't write on the back, Maddie, is because it shows through the paper. It makes it harder for you guys to see, but you can definitely write on the paper. Columbus and his men leave Spain on August 3rd, 1492. He has 3 ships, and ships have names. So we are gonna write them down. He has 3 ships. Okay, the first one's name is Nina. Now these words are in Spanish because he's sailing from Spain. You got it, you got it. I'm gonna put Nina in a box because that's an important word for us to know. It's gonna be on your test. Nina.
It means a girl.
Yes.
Girl. A little girl. Yeah.
Pinta, which I don't know what that word means. Painted? Think that?
Yeah, I think that's what it means, unless it means something different in Spain. But
Yeah.
And Santa Maria, which I believe means Saint Maria. Like the Virgin Mary, I'd imagine. All right.
Yeah,
and
it is.
Santa Maria.
Uh-huh.
So those are his 3 ships. He's got 3 ships. He's got them filled with guys, because yes, it was only boys. And they set sail on August 3rd, 1492. Now, all sounds good, except for Columbus doesn't realize how big the world is. He thinks this trip is only going to take a couple of weeks. So let's imagine for a second that Jonathan is one of his sailors, okay? So Jonathan has a family there in Spain, and he decides to take this job with this crazy guy named Columbus because Columbus is going to pay him good money to go on the trip. And Jonathan has a family, then he needs money to support his family. So he says, okay, family, I'm going on this trip. It's supposed to take a couple of weeks to get there. Then we're going to probably stay in Asia for a little bit. Then it's going to take us a couple of weeks to get back. I should be back in 2 months. Okay, so Jonathan's family says, okay, well, see, remember, there's no cell phone, there's no Facebook, there's no email, the mailman is not coming to the ship in the middle of the ocean. So once Jonathan's family waves goodbye and the ship sails away, they have no idea where he is, what he's doing, if he's okay, no clue. He has no way to tell them. So Columbus is prepared. They are ready for a few weeks at sea. So what that means is they've got food for a couple of weeks at sea. They've got water for a couple of weeks at sea, and their families are prepared for them to be gone for a couple of weeks at sea, right? Makes sense. That's how long they think it's going to take. Columbus just had to estimate. He didn't know how long it was going to take. Unfortunately, it's going to take a lot longer than he thought that it was going to take. And Jonathan's family is going to be absolutely freaked out when he doesn't arrive back when he's supposed to arrive back.
I think I know how long it takes.
How long do you think it takes, Braxton?
3 months.
You think 3 months? We'll have to see. For right now, we've got to write in planners. If you're not done copying down the notes that I have on this page, I will put them back up for you when we are done writing in planners. Okay? All right, you're getting out your planner. Let's get this stuff written down so we know what we're doing today. Wednesday, November 4th. A couple of you asked in the chat if we could look back at the map real quick. Miss Amanda's reminding me that I'm reminding Billy and Natalie and Daniel to go to Miss Amanda's meeting. Natalie, it's been a while since you've made it there. Natalie, you need to go to Miss Amanda's meeting. And Daniel, I know you'll be there. Billy, don't forget to go to Miss Amanda, okay? Miss Amanda, do you want to try to track Bentley down?
I can call the facility.
Sounds good.
Okay.
If you want to log off and go to your meeting now, and then if you can get him there and just keep him there, and then I'll send these guys, okay? Natalie,
Okay.
Billy, Daniel, don't let me forget, okay? All right, good luck, Miss Amanda. Okay, here we go. We've got 5 things to do today because it is Wednesday, and on Wednesdays we have our 5,000 steps. Can you tell me what the other things are? Number 1, I just said, is 5,000 steps. You better get moving. Jonathan, what do you remember?
I wanted to tell you something about my steps because I couldn't find my odometer. Is it okay if I just like run around outside for like 30 minutes to an hour?
Jonathan, just download an app on your phone that counts steps.
Okay.
They're free. But just go to the App Store and search step counter. Free.
Yeah, but my mom makes it she has to accept everything.
I'm pretty sure she'll let you do that since she's already bought you another pedometer. All right, we've got 5,000 steps. What else have we got? Amy, I see your hand. What's up, Amy? Reading log, I think she said. Reading log. Okay. Some of us, when we write our reading logs, are still talking about the beginning of Harry Potter. Daniel, I'm talking to you. I need you to talk about the chapter of Harry Potter that we are reading now, either the one we read today or maybe the one you read yesterday. Okay. I want to know about the part of the story that we're listening to now. Don't tell me about book 1. Okay. All right. Reading log. What else is happening? Tell me. What else? Billy? Math. It's lesson 22 today. All right. What else are we doing? 2 more. Montserrat?
Harry Potter.
Harry Potter, chapter 12.
And what is the next one?
No. Never mind. Sorry on that.
Montserrat?
Journal.
Journal. Easy.
And I can forget.
No.
So easy. All right. What did we do today? Today we had 17 people turn in their work. We checked out the election for a second.
I have 2 masks. 1 second.
What were you telling me, Braxton? Math?
Yeah.
We did more division. All right. What else? What did we do after math today?
These are my 2 masks. They both have this little storage for stuff.
Oh, it's not Hunter. Little person. Billy, is that your house?
My brother's at school.
Good.
Sorry.
Not for him.
Oh, Daniel's on.
Okay, what else did we do today, you guys? Or what else did we do? Montserrat? Someone's
We
allowed.
did circuit training.
Full circuit training. Thanks for that, Jose. We also did some mom's best friend. And we did some Columbus. We were busy today. All right, reminder for tomorrow. Tomorrow is Thursday. Do you have anything super important to remember tomorrow? All right. If I am Natalie or Daniel or Billy, I am remembering to log on with Miss Amanda. I know some of us wanted to look back at the map one more time and see if any other states changed any colors. Let's see. Might have to take a second to reload.
Yes.
You know if they called
Yes.
others? Mr. Seaver, you know if they called any others? All right, I'm going to remind you again, we're keeping our opinions to ourselves. We're just taking a look to see if anything has changed. Oh, that's still the same numbers we saw this morning, right? 227 and 213.
What I've heard is that Nevada,
Dang it.
there's tomorrow at 9 a.m.
Mr. Seaver says he heard on the news that Nevada is going to release theirs tomorrow at 9. It's going to take them all the way till tomorrow, they're thinking.
I'm assuming Pennsylvania.
All right, you guys, we'll have to tune in again tomorrow to see what happens, okay?
What's the AK mean? Is that the Alaska? Who's Alaska gonna vote for?
They usually vote for the Republican candidate, so Alaska will probably turn red.
Okay.
All right, y'all, you are out of here. If I'm Natalie or if I'm Billy or if I'm Daniel, I'm going to Miss Amanda so that Miss Hannah doesn't have to yell at us again, okay? Everybody else, office hours.
I am
See you
inevitable.
tomorrow. Adios, my friends. Goodbye.